In the 1.5 years, I've been improving myself to become a version of me where I can be proud of myself and that I can take up certain challenges. Because most of you do not know this, but when I was around 16 and even 17, I was with a girl, and uh, you can laugh at me, and I understand if you do, but I ran away because I was not able to hold a relationship at the moment. And that's one of the reasons I decided to improve myself with the rejection of the police. But there are a few habits that stuck with me out of every habit that I've tried. And these are my top 5 habits that work for me pretty good and maybe work for you too. So, as for the first habit, it's walking to clear my mind. I tried meditation because in certain situations, just having peace and the time to think about it completely, to look at every angle, what can possibly go wrong, was one of the biggest things I enjoyed. So I'm prepared to go into a certain situation. And for me, meditation, it was not that. For me, meditation, it was sitting in silence when I like talking to myself and this being a person and just say to the same person eventually why it's good or why it's bad. And I still do that every day, even if it is just to relook at my day, just reflect from was this day good, and so yeah, what are the positive sides and what not. If I had a big problem, if something happened in my personal life, I can reflect on that and then I can move on faster with a clearer mind and a clear plan. And that just allows me to avoid being stuck in a certain place. Because I remember the first time someone cheated on me, or the first time a relative passed away. I was broken for months and I just could not heal from it. And now for me, it's very easy. I just go through it. I allow myself to feel the pain, to discuss it with myself, and then I go on further. If it is a work problem, how can I best attack that problem? And it just helps me get further and further and further. But also, if I want to go on and chase a new goal, I can just think with myself how I'm going to do this. And 99 out of 100 times, I do not regret my decision. And that's why I'm so happy I do this. And for me, the preference just lays in I can talk to myself and I'm walking with a dog, which I really like. My dog is an Damascan, it's a wolf dog. I will show a picture of him right here. And I just love it when walking with him. Now, the second thing, which is my newest to this list, and it's called showers. I was the one who always did a lukewarm shower. If I need to take an example, I've already prepared it for you. If we have a knob and we can turn it 180 degrees. So here it's cold, here is warm. So if my mother would get out of the shower, and I do not know how women can do such scorching hot temperatures, but she would have it almost to the max. For me, this was warm and this was scorching. And now I'm just preferring this. Partly I like the colder weather more. For myself, I'm warm already. But also of the health and benefits with it. just being more energetic, helps with your hormones, just have a clearer mind, immune system. That was the reason I decided, you know what? Let's try it. And I remember the first time I did it. So I had it lukewarm and then I changed it to cold. And that is mostly the biggest step because you're going from warm to cold. From cold to colder, that is not a problem. Just from warm to cold. And I was just panic breathing. That was just what I did. And now I'm just standing there. I turn it colder. It's no problem. And I actually enjoy. I get a lot of more pleasure out of it, strangely. But also what I have with laying in the sun. It just, for me, I feel sleepy. Then when it's 10 in the morning, 9, 10 in the morning, and I come back from a run or I've just done an exercise here in my room, then I'm thinking, you know what, I will go take a nap. But when I wake up, when I'm done with that shower, for me it's just, let's go on, let's do the next thing. So for me it helps mentally and physically, why it still sticks with me. Now this third thing, I must say, but it's the last thing people will do actually. And people call me crazy for doing this even. And that is that I eat 5 eggs in the morning as breakfast with cheese on top. So I bake my eggs and I put a thin layer of cheese on top. That's my breakfast. And people, first of all, they ask, how do you even get it into your stomach? For some people, the thought of even eating breakfast is too much. That was for me too. Until I realized that me delaying my breakfast actually increased my cravings for sugar. And that is one of the things I try to keep low. One of the big things that affect me is sugar dips. And when I got home, or when I was home, I've just eaten a boatload of food for 2.5, 3 persons on average. And I was like, what is the next thing? But it was always sugar for me. And just want to stay fuller for longer and just have a healthier choice. Because on protein power, I'm not going as good. For me, that's just a shake. And that is not enough for me. So I decided, you know what? Let's do eggs. And from every day, I just eat eggs. If you give me, strange enough, a piece of bread, I won't get it away, but just those eggs, I love it. And also for the repair of my body with the intense training I'm doing, it's just a win-win for me. But just my advice is, eat a good portion of breakfast. It kills your sugar cravings a lot more. And you will see it on the scale, but also in the mirror. Now the fourth thing is just basic supplements. With how our lives are right now, we do not get as many supplements naturally when we look at people a lot of years ago. So we need to boost it. And for me, that's magnesium to prevent muscle spasm, for me especially. Also vitamin C is one of the things, and multivitamins that I take on a daily basis. And just to boost it more. For me, especially with muscle spasms, my tricep will just contract when I'm just sitting still. I've done a workout and 3 hours later it will just contract like crazy. So that's for me magnesium, multivitamins, why not? And vitamin C is one of the things with vitamin D that was low on me. So I just wanted to up that more. And the last thing for me that is also a supplement, but it is a supplement not many people know about it, but especially with dealing with energy crashes, it just helped me a lot. And I have one here, one is downstairs. But the first one is pine pollen. You can see it right there. Pine pollen, it's just a natural product, same as shilajit, which I have. And what it does, it just boosts the hormonal level. I need to say it correctly. It just gives me a boost in energy a lot throughout my day. And the same with shilajit, which has a lot more benefits, which is specifically 9 out of 10 times on energy related. But shilajit, when I took that for the first week, I felt reborn, almost. And that is a very big statement, but it just helped me a lot. In it's very rich in antioxidants to help for your brain. And for me, it was one of the best things I ever took, and it will always be something I will be buying. So yeah, for me, that is just to help it. Because with the restrictions we have and all the things that are added in the processed food, because we always eat processed fruit, yeah, Rick, fruit. Foods, we're always eating it. There's always something added to make it more durable, to make it more flavory, like color, just adding a color to something, to add a smell to something. It's harmless, of course, because otherwise it's not on the market, but still we're eating something that is processed, it's not raw from a animal, just from a plant that you take an apple. It will always be better. So that's why we need to help it a bit more. And for me, these are just the two things that are helping me a lot. And that are the 5 habits that help me a lot. My 5 health habits. Lately, I'm doing also stretching. It's painful as hell, but I really experience a lot of pain just with running a lot. And I was not always the person who was the most flexible. I was always called a stiff rake, just because I'm not flexible. But recently I learned through the book Can't Hurt Me from David Goggins that being more flexible and do stretching prevents more injuries, but also it is better in the long term. And that is a new habit that I'm picking up actually. It's quite painful because you're always stretching to pain. So on a daily basis, you're enjoying pain eventually. But that is one of the new habits I'm adding, but it's very short to have added it to this list. So that are my 5 daily habits, daily health habits, I must say, which has improved a lot for me. So I hope there's something for you too. If it is, please let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you in my next video.